Bible tells us that on the night Jesus was born, many innkeepers turned Mary and Joseph away because they had no vacancies. Let's listen to one innkeeper who had some second thoughts about the event.
I have just returned from a stable down the street. You know, the one where the baby was born. They've got quite a crowd down there. You should hear some of the stories they're saying about that baby. First came the shepherds and that star. I've been watching that star night after night from my bedroom window.
You and your silly stars. How can you even tell one from another? And these stories. A handful of ragtag shepherds come down from the hills with a wild tale about singing angels, and right away everyone believes them. Too much wine before going to bed is what I say.
Have you been down to see the baby?
Me? Heavens, no. Me with all my allergies, that dirty old stable and the smelly old animals, not to mention all those dirty people. Oh, well, I'd be ill for weeks.
That baby's eyes. Those eyes stared right at me. They seemed to say, "My parents came to your inn and you turned them away. I could have had a nice warm room to be born in. My mother could have had proper medical care." That baby was right. I did remember them coming to the inn. Sure, I'd been celebrating with my guests and maybe I had a little too much wine. But I'll never forget the look on that man's tired face as he said, "Please, my good man," he was practically begging, "surely you have a vacant corner somewhere. You can see that my wife needs to lie down." He was right. I did have a place, a large storeroom.
Storeroom? Why, that's the most used room in the inn. Plus, what would our guests think if we brought in common people off the street?
She's right. Our inn isn't large, but we do cater to guests with special treatment if they can afford to pay for it. They say this baby will be king. Others say he is the Messiah. Some say his name is Jesus. Do you know what happened? I fell down on my knees and worshipped him as the others were doing.
No, don't tell me that you knelt on that dirty stable floor in your new robe. Oh, don't you know how hard I work to keep your clothes clean and neat so that you can make a good appearance for our guests?
Do you know what happened when I asked the baby to forgive me? He smiled. He really did. I'm going down there right now to that stable. I'm going to invite Joseph, Mary, and baby Jesus to come to our inn.
To the storeroom?
No, our bedroom.
Oh!
We'll move in with her mother until they leave. I declare that this first Advent candle be called the invitation candle. When Jesus looks down on the flame, he'll know it represents an invitation to come into our hearts and into our homes. Don't turn him away, as I did.